I have a clear message for you tonight. A clear message for the many families around Ireland who are fearful about the future, who ask if there is any hope that we can recover from this crisis. I offer you a new hope that says, yes, you can and you will be able to get another job in this country. A new hope that means we are not just rearing and educating our children for emigration again. That new hope will allow our people to stand up, to look the future in the eye and say we can and we will make our country great once more. We have been through tough times in the past. We have overcome them, and we will do so again in the future. Our people are resilient. They are ingenious, and they are hardworking. Our task is to lift a proud nation off its knees, to put willing hands to work, to make this country stand as it should stand for the best. We can do this by working together to harness the unique Irish spirit that I see in every city, town, and community every day. The true voice of Ireland is the voice of the people who write to me every day, who talk to me every day, and who tell me of their determination to play their part, to pull this country through this crisis. That's the Ireland I know. That is the Ireland that I grew up in. And it is that Ireland that Fionnuala and I are raising our 3 children in. The Celtic tiger may be dead, but the Celtic spirit is alive and well and ready to fight. But fighting spirit is not enough. That's why tonight it's important that each and every one of you know that my Fine Gael team have a clear plan to get us out of our current crisis of confidence. That plan starts from 5 realities: that we should never have ended up in this dire situation, that Ireland's downturn is more severe than other countries as a direct result of Fianna Fáil's failure to plan for the inevitable and to plan for the future. That international factors are compounding domestic mismanagement, and that Fianna Fáil have turned a manageable problem into a serious crisis, and that whether it be in banking or in politics, the people who got us into this mess will not be and cannot be the ones to lead us out of it. If we are going to turn this country around, we need real change. Our plan for that change is based on 3 pillars. 1, getting our people back to work. 2, revolutionizing the health service. And 3, reforming our political system. Let's start with that. Fine Gael's new politics plan has been drafted by Deputy Phil Hogan. It starts from the premise that if we are to drive the radical changes that this country needs, we in politics must prove ourselves willing to change and willing to sacrifice. Fine Gael is the party that set up the institutions of this state. That is why it is fitting that it is the Fine Gael party which will reform these institutions so that they can meet the needs of the Ireland of tomorrow. I want to create a smaller, more dynamic and more responsive political system. I will reduce the size of the Dáil by 20. I will change the way that Dáil works so that it can truly hold government ministers to account in the eyes of the people. I will seek public approval for the abolition of Shanadéireann, and I am absolutely determined to bring more women into politics. Some of our ideas will require constitutional change. Tonight, I commit to putting those proposals to the Irish people within 1 year of Fine Gael taking office. Then we can have a new politics in Ireland, chosen and approved by you, the people. New politics will be needed if we are to deal with the issues in our country today. The biggest problem in Ireland is that we have 434,000 people out of work, and many thousands more are being forced to emigrate to seek jobs. Fianna Fáil believes that we have a budgetary crisis that can be cured by balancing the books. Fine Gael understands that we have a jobs crisis which can only be cured by employment. That's why Fine Gael's approach to the economy is driven by one central principle. We know that we must get our people off the dole and back to work. I believe that Ireland needs to return to what made our economy strong in the first place: low prices, controlled and targeted spending, a real focus on exports and on being competitive. The way to grow our economy is to sell our goods and our services overseas. Unemployment and emigration are huge scourges, huge scourges. We know the damage they did to our communities and our families in the 1980s and before. This tide of emigration has started to flow again. I am determined to stem that tide. Last week, I met a couple in Dublin. They have 2 daughters. They are both graduates. They have both emigrated. One to Australia, one to the United States. She is undocumented. They want to be home. Fine Gael's jobs plan can bring them home. Fine Gael's plan is to stimulate job creation. It is twofold. Leo Varadkar is proposing steps we can take immediately. Simon Coveney has been looking at longer-term proposals. Leo's plan will take 70,000 people off the dole within 18 months. It will give them new opportunities through a combination of second chance education, a graduate internship program, changes to the social welfare code, and a jobs subsidy scheme.